the community. I'm not a chief, I'm not in the meeting, but I get information. The youths, they know themselves.
And so if we cannot get where the community itself finds itself acting as stakeholders to empowering themselves, then we'll have remained in the backwaters. So yes, indeed, to the point where the governor will say, if you want projects to continue in your communities, you must make sure that you protect the project.
The governor is right.
I agree.
Yeah.
That of projects.
Yes. You can't expect that contractors will come to site and then somebody comes in. They won't be in safety. But of course, we know that they usually will go there with security. But aside that, you also expect that you want the community to be at alert to ensure that these sites that these people are coming to here, as long as they are here and doing this, they will remain protected.
Because people in that community are also employed.
Exactly.
Exactly. And you see, let me just give you one experience I had. There was a particular period in my community that, this oil and gas exploration was going on. And a particular set of soldiers were deployed in my community to do surveillance. And there are local surveillance boys that are also guarding the pipes. Now, some of the soldiers that were deployed as at then, this thing happened about 2 or 3 years ago. We are now approaching the boys and say, you people here, it's like you're not aware of what is happening. If you don't want to make money, if you don't have people that can do bunkering here, so I will protect you, will schedule you, do it. Now, some of these boys, because they are not aware, they have not been involved in such kind of thing, they came back to tell the leaders of the community to say, look at what we are, these people are telling us. So now, if the chiefs did not act immediately by reporting such, and those troops of soldiers were redeployed immediately because of that particular action. So sometimes, even those, because you mentioned that construction the security comes, sometimes you don't know what is the mindset of the security that's going to guide the workers, that they can conspire with some persons and even whisk away
the people they're supposed to protect.
Thank you, the people they're supposed to protect.
Yeah,
you see, so that is why, from what Obinima said, he said, every youth know each other, and there are informations.
That is true.
That is why what governor is doing, we work.
6 minutes after 11, let's move on now to our listeners. We'd like to get your thoughts on the issues we've discussed today. Earlier on, we did look at the comment. I think when somebody did we do that for opinion poll? The fact that, or it was newspaper review, the president had not. It was opinion poll. No, it was just for newspaper review. For opinion poll, it was on the leadership of the National Assembly and the position of APC by releasing the names for deputies. And we said, well, with Ndume still going in headlong into that, it gives PDP some fighting chance to grab a chunk for herself. We'll see how that pans out eventually. And wanted to get your thoughts on that, whether with about 60 senators to the APC and about 40-something plus for the PDP and 1 for YPP, this can blow anyway. Oh, at least not for the YPP shop, but it can blow anyway for the PDP. The YPP will perhaps just find themselves playing to whatever majority is in the House. But wanted to get your thoughts on that issue. And then we moved on to Real Talk, where we looked at recent appointments made by the governor. And that was in the secretary to the state government, where we have Tammy Danagogo, who is now the secretary. I think Kenneth Kobani was the one who was there before.
Yes.
And then also the fact that he's also sent names of 2 commissioners designate to the State Assembly. They're supposed to actually present their credentials to the Assembly today for confirmation and onward screening and then confirmation. I'd like to get your thoughts on that. Plus the fact that on Saturday he also issued a warning, or should I say more of a warning than an action plan to Andoni chiefs for the workers who were kidnapped there where there was an ongoing construction, Unity Road. He's given them 72 hours for the return of those kidnapped workers, else they risk losing their seats as chiefs in that community. Plus, the road project itself will be stopped. And it says henceforth that will be the plan. For communities where people are kidnapped, the chiefs will stand a chance to lose their seats. and whatever community projects are ongoing in those areas will also be stopped. Now, putting the pressure that chiefs and community people in the community will do the best to make sure that their communities are safe. It's like, making sure that you take part of the process of securing River State. Want to get your thoughts on that and that action line. Do you think it's too severe? Do you think it's fair? Or do you think it's about time? The numbers you need to send your thoughts to are 07019339962. That number is for text message only, and 07019339962. And then on social media, our Facebook page is www.facebook.com/today95.1fm. Please like that page. You can follow us on Twitter. Our handle is @TodayFM951. Same for Instagram, @TodayFM951. And then, of course, you can watch us on YouTube. We're at Today 95.1 FM on YouTube. Simply search for Today 95.1 FM on YouTube. Click on the live button, and then don't forget to click on the subscribe button too. All right, so this first text message here says, Madam Annie, Chief Lovejoy is one glaring example of those sending us all backwards. He struggles to defend the indefensible. Why is he looking for when speeches are to be made in the Constitution? This could be why the president hardly talks towards education and modernization. She'll encourage us to take changes that can bring progress. This nation needs people who are in a hurry to bring positive changes. It would be a shame if appointments of new cabinet is not done within a month. Architect Meze Eyinda, you sent that in. Morning, Annie and co. Please, I don't understand what our brother Obidima meant by Buhari had succeeded in muscling Onogen out of office. It appears he has some facts we don't have. Let him share it, I beg. For Buhari's slowness, I'm sorry to say it is a nature we need to pray against or live with. After all, as a military ruler, it was the same story. It took Idiamo to put energy to things to the extent that we thought Idiamo was the ruler. Strange. This is from Adinka. Send that in from Port Harcourt. Then this is... This says Senator Lawan is Senate President in waiting. Southeast should learn how to play national politics. John, you send that in. This is Ima from Port Harcourt. Please, Mr. Ndukwe, you're wrong. It shows how naive you are in politics. Returning person should be by merit. So should appointments if the person performs well. I'm an APC member. Buhari doesn't worth coming back by his general performance, and other zones, not the Igbos alone, rejected him. So why are you blackmailing the Southeast? I don't think when other zones rejected him, how do you position that? Because it's not as if when you have the Southeast mass giving him the little figures or dismal figures that they did. You also have the Southwest who vote. I think it was South too again who gave very poor figures for president during the last elections. South too gave those poor figures out. But you see that even within the South, there were a lot of figures within the South who did work for the APC in the presidency or worked for the campaigns of the president. So it's a little different from what you see playing out from the Southeast. But like so many people have shared here, whether the Southeast had played for the APC or gambled terribly, when it comes to covenants, they're all covered. Whatever applies to Amos apply to them because they're Nigerians, whether they voted for the president or not. In politics, of course, everybody's going to look for an ally. If you are not my ally when we're playing politics, you can't expect the same from me when it's your turn. Good morning, Annie. How can Ogaima pretend not to be a member of APC when his comments prove that he is? Does it mean that in a democracy, every section of the country must vote for a particular candidate for them to be relevant in the scheme of things? I can bet you that if positions in the National Assembly are not equitably spread, this country will burn with the kind of leadership we have now, because most of the policies of Buhari administration so far has made the country sit on a gunpowder. How much more when the opposition will not be able to check the executive's excesses? Can't we do something right for once? Charles is saying that from Elelewo. Another here says, good morning, everybody in the studio. Now that former CJN Onoge meets to submission, the way is cleared for Justice Okonabang, the president's favorite, to come in. All right. DK sent that in, but we're not talking about that today. Buhari has not made appointments and is still thinking. Wike has made 5 appointments. That is a smart man, Mr. Law. Lawson, Law, I don't know what you mean by that. Law one. Okay, Lawan. Through thought elections is won by false publication of ghost endorsements and promise to vote for him. I hope at the end they don't vote him. He will not say they have rigged the election and mobilized people to cause crisis. Nigerians should pray against yes sir, Senate President. And these are not complaining of giving the SSG to another person. We have been the greatest beneficiary of SSG over the years. Victor Godwin, you sent that in from Port Harcourt. So that has been their zone. That has been their spot. They packed themselves there since. Well, they finally moved out. Good morning, Annie. Madi from Ozuzu. The election of the principal officers of the 9th Assembly shouldn't be on what I call political sympathy or political reimbursement, but rather on an unflinching reputation of an individual without nepotism and geopolitical zone syndrome, nor sentiments. Until Nigerians start overlooking tribes and political affiliations, Nigerians may not get it right democratically. As a result of compensational positions in Nigerian democracy, it has done Nigerians more harm than good. Yet whosoever that will emerge as the principal officers of the 9th Assembly, I pray that God will endure them with wisdom to lead us right in course of visible development stride in the various constituencies of Nigeria and deliver the dividends of democracy to Nigerians. I also wish the 9th Assembly an unflappable house in Jesus' name. Good morning to you all. I am a Bere engineer from Port Harcourt. Governor Wike no group of people who he think that will perform well and work hand in hand with him, those who share the same vision and goals with him too. This says it's too risky to give information to Nigerian police and courts because we're not talking about that. And if for the National Assembly race, it will be too docile, or the PDP, they decide to relinquish all leadership positions for the APC. This will not only be slavish, but playing the second fiddle to the extreme, especially after being part of the leadership of the 8th Assembly. They should not sacrifice their greatness in the altar of sugar plums. James Obongwa, you send that from Uzoba. Ogaima, there are some fishies who are very clever. They will escort their mates for surveillance unknown to their hosts, then strike later. This is from Valentine. Good morning, Annie and Ima. I would like Obidima to criticize the governor for appointing Kalabari's son as the SSG, the same area where the deputy came from, because I know if it were the president, Mr. Obidima will carefully and openly criticize the president. Nelson Yaye, you sent that from Ogu. Madam Annie, good day. I'm not a fan of Governor Wike, but I totally support him in line with this thought concerning the traditional rulers and criminality in their domain. Godi Daniel, you send that in. Gift at Elios. I'm very happy with Senator Ndume. The APC cannot control its members, Zamfara and Rivers, and 8th Assembly did not teach them a bitter lesson. Governor Wike planned dethronement of traditional rulers is sentimental and a witch hunt of sacrosanct institutions. Since dethronement of Chief FMK Noya of Babe District for serial killings in his domain, can somebody help ask the governor how many persons he has arrested as chief security officer of the state, and why did he not dethrone the recognized chief in Emoha, Ahod, and Ikwere local government area where similar killings have been witnessed? The removal of an Ogoni chief and non-reappointment of Kobani shows what he feels for Ogonis. This is from Iba. And please, Obedima should know that Buhari will never appoint him for any...
I can't serve in that government.
The phone lines are open 0810-951-0951 or 0817-0000-951. Those are the numbers for you to dial to get through to us. Hello, Today95.1 FM. Good morning.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
Yeah, this is James from
James, go ahead.
Let me just give you a brief story. I was asked to manage the clinic somewhere. Then they stole one of the nurses' phone. And I called the owner of the clinic. He managed to be one of those bad boys that they own, have some bad boys. This time they called them and he said, if you know who got that phone, no, I need that phone immediately. You know that within 3 hours, they brought the phone back. These chiefs, all of them, they know the tribe in the community. All of them. No sheep or no king. They know all of them. So if they put pressure on them, you see that they are afraid, but they don't need to be afraid. They are not saying that just go to the radio and announce that this is the bad boy. Go to and lay a report. Send their name to the police. They can even come to the government house and say, this boy, they are suspects. And it's there for the governor to deal with them. The government is not saying that they should go and deal with those boys. They should go to this man and fulfill the names of those criminals. So they should come and report to him, leak information to the police people because they are hiding those boys. They are afraid of their life, and those boys, they are commenting, they are doing bad things. So the chief, they have to help these universities that at least have to cope with because in this state.
All right then.
Bad boys, they are hiding them.
Okay, we got your thoughts. Thank you very much. Hello, Today 95.1 FM. Good morning. What's your name?
Good morning, Annie. This is Nkemka.
All right, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Monelga. Let me talk about the leadership election of National Assembly tomorrow. You see, politics is indeed like a course without syllabus, without outline. There is no specific rules or ways of playing it. And many people are thinking that APC is getting it wrong this time. I'm not a member of APC, but I think they are more wiser than that of 8th Assembly. Both in Dume and the Lawan saying that will play the tune of APC. They are called APC. Ndume is the heart of APC, whereas Lawan is that of their head. Quote me, unless make sure that a neutral person emerge tomorrow, APC will succeed in taking over that national, the ninth assembly. And if Ndume had been their problem, they would have solved it before now. Just the way they persuaded Danjuma to step down. But my spirit is telling me, although it's not a popular opinion, but my spirit is strongly telling me that Danjuma must still rise tomorrow. Something will happen. Let me talk about the president, about those who vote for him and those who do not vote for him.
No, that was not part of the conversation this morning, but thank you anyway for all. Hello. We'll move on now. Let me just quickly take this from WhatsApp. It says, I wonder how the governor's threat on traditional rulers is working, where the expatriates working on Boni Bodo and Doni roads not kidnapped. Maybe the governor and Chief Okere wants the communities to fight these boys with sticks and stones and machetes. Don't forget that these boys carry guns. Lazy security agents don't carry. This is from Steel on Steel. And this says here, Ogaima, what is the meaning of inclusive government? Will the Senate president be the president of APC or Senate president of Nigeria? Popularity is what makes who becomes the Senate president an ideal system. YPP candidates can be the Senate president if he's more popular and has been there for at least 4 years. Ogaima, you don't start that talk where they vex me. In line with Governor Wike's dethronement threat, he should provide jobs to reduce criminality in Rivers State. To survive here is not a child's play without jobs. Michael Newmalt, you send that in. But I think that the majority in the House has always produced the Senate president.
So I don't understand his angle.
Why the executive is so concerned about the Ninth Senate? Are they seeking for someone that will stick and play to their evil plans? Well, you see, the funny thing again is that you might just consider that is evil plans, and other people would see that as plans that is beneficial for Nigerians. I've always said it that because it doesn't appeal to you doesn't mean it's not appealing to the next person, and that person equally is as Nigerian as you are. I pray that the preferred candidate will lose. This is from Victor Godwin. And then another here says, good morning, Annie and the lovely analyst in the studio. The decision Governor Wike made concerning insecurity in Andoni and Rivers State is the best decision he has ever taken. Insecurity in Nigeria can be curbed in government if government really means business. George Real Love, you send that from Elele. And then I have this from Joe. He says, Annie, I would like